Hello, welcome to another Daily Digest video. I'm Merriam. Today I am playing not Red Black Hollow 1, but Hollowvine, a deck that uses a lot of 0 mana creatures, essentially, creatures with X converted mana cost, and Bridge from Below to generate explosive battlefields, along with Hollow 1 and the familiar red filter spells. So you end up just casting them a lot for 0, let them die, getting a zombie or 2, returning the Vengevine for no mana, and cool stuff like that. This hand's a little land heavy, but the Goblin Lore is one of the more powerful cards, and so we're definitely going to keep and hope to not get hit by an Inquisition on turn 1. Otherwise, this hand should be pretty good, as long as Goblin Lore treats us kindly, and I hope it does. Now listen closely, my young gob. There are many ways to eat pimple bugs, but I say the best way is all smashed together between 2 slug chips. That's just a... Is that really lore? That's just the way the one goblin likes to eat pimple bugs. I don't know. That doesn't seem like lore to me, but I'm not a flavor judge. Put a mulligan to 5. They put the scry on top, so we are off. Mull to 5 is definitely good for us. Darkslick Shores, Inquisition. Okay, no Inquisition. Please don't spell snare us. Okay. Well, we got to Goblin Lore, and unfortunately we discarded both other filter spells we drew, but we did get one Vengevine in the yard. It's not the best Goblin Lore. We could return a Vengevine immediately, but I think it's better to try to flashback Faithless Looting next turn, discard the other one, and then return it. We could also hit a bridge, which would be excellent. So I'm going to wait one more turn. It'd be a little bit worse if we get mana leaked, but might as well cycle this one first. Now we could. I was going to say now we could also hit a hollow one. Now that we drew that Street Wraith. Well, we didn't do that. Let's discard those and cycle that. There's a hollow one. Is it better to keep an endless one around or a ballista? Probably a ballista. Excuse me. So that was a very good turn. Good Faithless Looting. And we have another one in the holster. So even if our Vengevines are somehow dealt with, in this hollow one, we can loot into one more creature and use this ballista and get it back. So use Vengevine's ability, use Vengevine's ability. Is our hollow one resolving? That would be basically game over. Yeah, 12 power on turn 3, 8 of it being haste. This is just a removal spell. Dismember? The way they like click the individual mana? Excuse me, indeed. Okay, well that deals with one Vengevine. Kind of. Does give them another turn, for sure. I guess actually if I draw a 0 mana creature off the top, I can play it, play Ballista for 2, attack for 12, and 2 them if they have nothing, but I doubt they have nothing. Eldrazi's Sky Spawner. That will also buy some time. Okay, well I don't think there's a point in firing off the looting at this point, when we can just play our, like, Hangerback and Ballista on 1 are both just good cards in the matchup, because our opponent is definitely some sort of control deck. So let's play a Ballista on 1. Shouldn't have played the fetch first. Sequencing kind of sloppy. This sort of shows that I have another thing like this, but if they had a Spell Snare, I'd rather them counter that one than the Hangerback, I think. And bring back a Vengevine. They might do a double block here on a Vengevine and take 8, at which point I could throw the Ballista away to answer one of them, keep the Vengevine around, which is probably the right play. But at this point, it's likely immaterial what we do. We are very far ahead against an opponent that is on a mulligan to 5. This is one of the deck's stronger hands. Okay, I guess we're just getting a chump block. Take 8 then. Are they? Why do they have Sky Spawn on their deck? Are they going to sack it to an emerge creature of some kind? Are they going to try to beat me with Elder Deep Fiend here? So if they do Elder Deep Fiend me, that one costs. Yeah, they could do it without taking damage. Yeah, I'm just going to play the Vengevine. Yep, this is. Why was. I should have just walking. I figured out what they were doing and I didn't stop it. I could have just walking blasted the Sky Spawner on their turn. Well, this was bad. If I were them, I would tap 3 Vengevines and Hangerback Walker. And that's what they do. Okay, well, now I'm in worse shape than I was. But they basically need a stream of Elder Deep Fiends to beat me here. Yeah, and they just don't have it. Okay. Well, I gave them a little window to get back into that game, and unfortunately they did not punish me for it. So we are on to game 2. And I definitely want Big Game Hunter if they're going to be this big Eldrazi deck. And I think I can just trim some of these 0-mana ones. This is sort of a creature to bring back Vengevines as well. I think Endless One is the worst of these. Hangerback is definitely just a good blocker, good against removal. Ballistic, good against their whatever creatures they want to sacrifice to emerge. So let's just cut some Endless Ones. I don't think I want any of the rest of these cards. Just don't match up well. And we'll hope to have another explosive hand. Okay. Sand's not bad because of the multiple neonates. Because you get to discard first on the text of neonates. So if you activate a discarding bridge, you'll get the 2/2 from it. We can actually make 3 2/2s on turn 2, which is not bad. And like obviously see what we draw from there. So I will keep this. And we get to do that while seeing four more cards, maybe do something better. I like them starting on this because it. Ooh, that I don't like. Yeah, I guess I could have figured out that they were probably going to relic me and brought in some grudges or maybe some decays. Yeah, okay. Well, that was a mistake. And because of the way bridge is worded, bridge needs to be in the graveyard when the ability resolves for you to get your 2/2. So if they have a mana up, this bridge isn't doing anything. And I imagine they will have a mana up most of the time here. They tap out on this turn. Nope. Uh, mm, Man, this would have been a really good turn. We would have made Really? Okay. Well, I'm going to make them pop it just to get a bridge. I'll get my 2/2. They want to pop Relic just to deal with one bridge trigger. That is a fine enough trade. I will exile the neonate. What? Oh, is this the... What just happened? This is my graveyard. This is the exile zone. Okay. It just changed the orientation of things. Thought like Moto somehow tricked me. Okay, yeah, they're just going to use the mana. Okay, you got me. I wish I had gotten, I guess, the other neonate down. Because I could have gotten another 2/2 out of it. I am going to play this other neonate because I want to be able to get 2 Vengevines back if I draw one in the next couple draw steps. And I have the other endless one to get back the Vengevine, so I don't need to have both neonates. Okay, we can crack this fetch now. Opponent missing land drops is great, so they definitely kept a hand on the strength of the relic. Oh, baby. Yeah, that was an excellent draw. Let's discard this bridge. Yeah, and that is another reason to get one neonate down first if we draw a bridge. And a goblin lore. I honestly think I'm gonna save that. That could just make things go really poorly for me here. Whereas I have a really good turn here. If I just play it straight. I think I'd rather just have a hangerback that does something than another 2/2. So let's just do that. So now I have a hangerback for 1. Next turn I'll goblin lore. And we'll see what happens. But right now they've missed a land drop and I have 9 power on the battlefield. Much of it is resilient to removal spells. Yeah, and they are just dead. So that's what that deck can do. And it's pretty sweet when everything comes together. We're able to maneuver pretty easily through a relic there, granted with a timely draw. But one of the things that's good about Neonate is that it's a card that sort of commits to your graveyard, but a small amount. And especially with the bridge, you're already getting immediate value out of it. So they're sort of incentivized to pop with the cards like Relic immediately. And so you're able to mitigate the damage that Relic can do, whereas something like Faithless Looting, you have to put multiple cards in the graveyard, and it gets rid of the flashback and looting itself. Goblin Lore, you don't even have control over it, so you might just throw everything away. But Neonate is definitely a card that really does help you play effectively through Relic, and we saw an example of it there in Game 2. My opponent's draws definitely weren't the best there, so that also helped, but, you know, that is Modern. And Modern, sometimes when you're playing Modern, you just have to mulligan a bunch and hope for the best, because every deck that's good in Modern has draws that are really good, even on 5 or 6 cards. So just play for those, and then, you know, if you built your deck well, you'll get them more often than other people will, and will win enough. And in large samples, that small edge will come out. So hope you enjoyed watching that cool take on the Hollowvine Vengevine kind of archetypes. Definitely a sweet one. This bridge from below is great. And you can come back and see me on Wednesday. Bye.